Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to check on that bell to be reminded of all the videos I upload. As you guys know, I will be participating in Vlogtober. This is actually going to be my second vlog. I'm working on some other ones, but this is going to be one that I'm uploading on today, as I have just got off the internet and off of YouTube and seen a video, but has given me the choice to do a reaction. This is the truth about my pregnancy by Liv's Life. Liv is talking about she has to make a confession in the video and that she's very ashamed, and she knows that at this point of her life, things aren't working out because of her choices. She wanted to also confess that she's entertaining the thought of getting back with Gerard because she loves him. But she knows that she doesn't owe any one of us an explanation. She claims that when Gerard was down, she and him were intimate. And the question is, as it was when I did the reaction video to her being pregnant, was she really pregnant? Was she really pregnant? Everybody said she's going to come out with a video indicating she had a miscarriage. You know, I'm just going to say this. If this is a tactic in which you have to come up with stories like the Real Housewives of Atlanta and make it a reality show, and this is your real life, it's not cute. Because there are people out here that really genuinely care for Olivia. People are sending these young ladies gifts and things for their children. But Olivia claims that Gerard did have the vasectomy, but that he didn't go back for his follow-up appointment. Now, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but Francois Vlogs used to work, she did a video and she ended up indicating that she used to work for, I guess, a clinic, and she knows the little ins and outs. And I remember when I was looking at her video pretty much indicated that you do have to go back and make sure that, I guess, the percentages of the sperm is lower to indicate that the actual vasectomy was successful. Liv is saying that he never went back to get his self-checks, and they ended up being intimate the next day. Supposedly when Gerard came down a couple of weeks ago, well, it's probably like 6 weeks ago now, 5-6 weeks ago, they had intercourse. Liv is also indicating that, and she looks a mess. She looks like she has really been up crying all night. So as much as I would really hate to think that, you guys are going to get a cough drop, hate to think that this is a tactic to get views, I tell you, if she is acting, she is a darn good actress. But in addition to that, she's a little loony, because anybody with a sane mind would not carry on with all this kind of stuff going on in their life. How could you live in your real life if your fantasy life is so crazy? If your fantasy life is so over the top crazy, how would you be able to function in your real life? The only way would have to be insanity. So anyway, Liv was saying in the video that she was sad that this situation happened. She and Gerard are very, very sad, but that she's being played by Gerard. She says that he wants to be with his family, but he wants to be able to do things and to have women on the side. And Liv said that she is his side chick. She said she's settling for him because she's weak to him. She loves him and she's crying. And I believe that. I do believe that Liv really does love Gerard. And I think it's a lot of us women who have had situations, maybe not exactly like her, but situations where we had somebody in our life that we were so crazy in love about that we kind of allowed them to do things to us that when we look back at it now, we'd be like, oh no, that's not going to happen. Liv is young, but she gave some information. I take this cough drop out because I am not able to talk with it in. She gave some information and some tips to ladies to never let a man, never let these guys treat you like this, okay? Now, she said that Gerard continues to entertain other women. Even when she lived with him, he used to make her feel insecure about herself and not very good about herself because he wanted to hang around and be with other women. And she always felt that she wasn't good enough. Now, a man that does that, you know, people can say, oh, he's a female hoe, or he's a female whore, or he's this or he's that, or that's how men do, or men are only going to do what you allow them to do. People can say that all the time. But the reality is this: Gerard is very insecure, and to make himself feel better, that is why he deals with a lot of different women. If that is in fact the case, I don't know because I'm not in the relationship, but based on what she's saying. But looking at this video, I am going to tell you and just speak my mind on it. Liv is a broken woman. She's a woman that is in love with a man who, I believe Gerard loves Liv, but I believe that Gerard is entertaining and loving his single life. He doesn't have the responsibility of coming home and taking care of kids. And Liv said at the beginning of the video that she has been entertaining the fact of her and Gerard getting back together. I believe they were better together. That's just my opinion. I believe they were better together. I believe that he interacted with his children. I believe I had one subscriber who said, well, Liv even said he wasn't there. Well, on this video, she said he's a good dad when he's with his children. So now Liv has said that she's decided not to answer his calls. She's weak, she's pregnant, and that he does not care to call. He doesn't care to call at all. She did indicate that she holds herself accountable and that the relationship with Gerard is toxic, but he's a good dad. Now, there is a great possibility that someone could be toxic and a good dad, because just because he doesn't treat her well doesn't indicate that he would mistreat his children any other way or treat his children bad. I honestly believe that Gerard does love his children. Liv was indicating in the video that she wanted to make this video because she wanted to let ladies know that she is not the person that comes in front of the video every day, letting you guys know that she can handle anything. She's weak behind a man too. So she's decided to have an abortion because she can't be with Gerard because he's not going to change. Now, I can tell you guys right now, I've had situations in relationships with guys that I knew were no good. And you just know as a woman whether or not they're going to change. If they continue to do it and continue to do it, you do have to make up your mind. But I kind of question whether or not she is acting, because you had to know, I have said this so much, she had to know that having intercourse with him, and they were not even in a relationship. They were living in they weren't having a long distance relationship. He was living in Texas, she was living in Florida. She just said at the beginning of the video, and when she was in Texas with him, that he was with a lot of different women. Why in the world would you have intercourse with him? Now, you're a grown woman, so you can have intercourse with whomever you want, but why would you in the world would you have intercourse with someone and not protect yourself? Not protect yourself only for not having an unwanted pregnancy, even though you said several videos ago that you were going to go to a sperm donor to get pregnant because you wanted to have another child. But now you're going to get an abortion. I tend to think, with Olivia, I don't know. She looks like she's very sad. She's looked like she's having a hard time sleeping at night, but it's so wishy-washy. Sometimes I want to believe her. I think I want to believe her because I'm a woman myself. I have compassion for other women, but I don't know if she's acting or not, because let me tell you something. For someone to have so much all the time going on in their life like this, is this just a storyline? Anyway, she said she has to let Gerard go, and she also has to let the baby go, because she can't be a single mom of 4. She said if she had to do it, that she would make it work. Y'all, I'm going to say it again. Either she is a great actress or she is totally and completely insane. She said that she won't put herself through the stress, and she has to continue. She's going to continue in school. I know that the last video I checked out of her, she had signed up for her GED, and she's going to work on bettering herself. She has to continue to better herself, because she's not happy where she is in life right now. If this is the case, I am excited for Olivia. But going to school to get your GED is wonderful. Then she went on to say that she wants to do different things with her children, and she wants to do different things for and with herself. This is what I have been praying for Olivia. So there's a good possibility that she is on the right track to trying to get things together. So my question is, was there really a fake pregnancy test, as so many suggested when I did my video? There were a lot of other reaction video content creators who also said something as to whether or not she was pregnant. She had me believe in her, because I don't know if people don't see it or not, but Olivia moved to Florida. And when Olivia moved to Florida after she left Gerard, Olivia gained weight. She gained a lot of weight. So I was thinking, okay, that tum-tum that she has to have a baby in it. But like Blama said, Blama eats, ain't no baby in there. So anyway, she says that she has to think of herself and think of her well-being, think of what's best for her and her children, and giving a man a child is a gift. I got to agree with her on that. But she has to do this abortion for her so that she can take care of her children. Now, as we said before, she said that she took precautions, and she wanted to indicate and let us know that what she meant when she said that she took precautions was Gerard had the vasectomy. That was not Liv taking precautions. She didn't take precautions, because had she taken precautions, she would have used protection on her own. You can't listen to a man saying that he's not doing this or he's done this or that, and you guys aren't in a relationship. In addition to that, she doesn't know who he's been with sexually. This is the same woman that said women were calling her. She just did a video on last week talking about, you called me. Y'all, I don't know what to think. I really, really don't know what to think. I mean, as I said, I have a compassion for women. My ministry is with young women and women. I want to encourage all women to do better for themselves, to not look in the mirror and think that you are anything like the person who verbally abuses you tell you that you are. However, because of all of the ups and downs, all of these videos, all of the things that she's allowing. Now, I will tell you right now, I am a bona fide supporter of Liv and Gerard. I'm sorry, that's somebody at my church. Liv and Gerard. I am a bona fide supporter. I love them together. That's how, and when I first began watching it, when it was Living with the Webbs, I introduced that channel to my daughter. But as they got bigger, Liv changed. Gerard didn't change. Gerard remained the same, but Liv changed. Liv, in my opinion, and I need to let you guys know, you can come for me because you always do. In my opinion, Liv changed. In my opinion, And I can give that, and you can too on this page in the comments if you do so with respect. Liv changed when she started getting more subscribers and making money. And money, unfortunately, can change people. It can. Money can be a blessing as well if we obtain it in the correct way. But when you get money, you can't get cocky. Okay? You cannot get cocky. We can talk all day about that. So Liv says that she continues to blame Gerard for not caring for her as he should, not taking care of his business by not following up with his vasectomy. And she just feels like having this baby right now will just continue to set her up for more suffering, more failure, and she just can't do it. She also indicated that she has a fear because she's never had abortion, and she's scared of having the abortion, as well as trying to get over Gerard and get past this part of her life. She's kind of making some little changes, indicating that if Gerard wants to come and see his children, he has to get a rent-a-car. He has to get a hotel, because she cannot let him stay with her because she doesn't trust herself with him. Now that part right there, she can do whatever she wants in her household. She can be intimate with Gerard if she wants to. She don't owe us no explanation. She doesn't at all. But if you do it, make sure that you protect yourself. That's the problem with us as women. A lot of times we give a man all of us, but we only get a percentage of them. And what I had to do is I had to look deep down inside and find out who I was. It sounds like Liv is trying to do that. That has been my prayer for her. That has been my prayer for Strong Mommy Chrissy. Speaking of that, you guys, I ended up looking at Strong Mommy Chrissy's video. The video where she had did the I'm sorry, not the makeup, but the hair tutorial, the unboxing, and she did the video. You guys, I reached out to her on Instagram, and I told her, I said, I've done reaction videos on you because I haven't always agreed with the things that you've done. I said, but I just have to tell you that that video that you did was amazing. That young lady got back in touch with me and said, thank you, I'll check them out. So she was basically telling me that she was going to check out my reaction videos. But I got back to her and told her, this is not an attempt for you to take time out of your busy day to look at my reaction videos. This is an attempt to let you know that I feel like, based on what it appears with your videos, that you are doing the darn thing, that you are changing. Sometimes a heartbreak can make us change. And I see that in Strong Mommy Chrissy. I'm kind of seeing it in this video with Liv. But with Liv, because she's kind of childish, I'm going to have to just keep on looking at her. So Liv was saying that she wanted to woman up and continue to take responsibility for her actions. And you know, guys, I just want to tell you guys this. I care about women. I care about women. I care about young women. And as I said, what I do is try to reach out to them and try to encourage them and do things. And at one time, I wanted to do it to Liv from Liv's Life. But the reason I didn't is because I did not, and I still don't feel that she's yet ready. Strong Mommy Chrissy, I knew she was. But to be a woman with well over 100,000 subscribers and to respond to a little YouTuber like me shows me that she has a great level of humility. And so I wish none other than the best for her. But let's continue talking about Miss Liv. Deep down inside, Liv doesn't want to do the abortion, but it's too emotional for her. And she feels like, as I said earlier, that it's the right step for her family. She has scheduled the appointment for next week. She says, as far as self-love, self-care, what she's doing right now is not communicating with Gerard because the mind games are getting too much. And she continues to say that she is too weak behind Gerard. And she said something that really grasped my heart. Like I said, I love women, you guys. I love women, and I want the well-being for them. And when I say I love women, don't get it twisted. I'm very much married and heterosexual, not knocking anybody else for your sexual preference at all. I would never do that. But I love womanhood. I love the friendships that women can have. I love the encouragement that we can give each other. I love the being able to say you're beautiful, and I love that dress that you have on and the compliments and the things. My desire here is not to bash, and it's never that with reaction videos. It's always with the hope that somebody may see something that I've said or something that any one of the other reactors have said, and it would change your life. Now, I do realize there are some reaction videos where people curse, where people actually curse them out. Yes, they are black women. Yes, they are white women or Caucasian women. Yes, they are. But that's never, I can only speak of my intent, okay? I would never do something with the intent of making someone look bad. But I just honestly feel that when they put out these videos, technically, they're making their own selves look bad because they're actually the ones that are putting the videos out. I'm not putting their videos out. They're doing that. Liv said that she wanted us to find in our heart, and she was speaking to the women, find in your heart as a from one brokenhearted woman to another woman, to understand that she still loves Gerard, and she feels like in order for you to get through something is you have to go through it to get through it. As she starts this process, she doesn't want to allow Gerard to come back. She has to take responsibility and move on with her life. I'm going to tell you what I believe. I believe that Gerard loves his children. I believe that Gerard loves Olivia. I believe and know that Gerard is a man. A man, and Olivia said the same thing, will only do what you allow them to do. As Olivia attempts to move on, not answering the calls, getting her head clear, getting her life together, suffering with embarrassment, having dealt with sick mind games. These are all things that she has referred to is real, but she's moving on. As she continues to go through this process, if she really, 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 for real, wants to heal from it, she can. From woman to woman. I have been there. I know what it feels to be hurt. I know what it feels to be deceived. I know what it feels to be taken advantage of. But as I told a subscriber on last week, in order for a woman to be successful on this YouTube platform with children, and I was specifically talking about Liv's life, in order for her to be successful, she needs to kind of revamp. I think she tried to revamp by Coffee with Liv, but she needs to kind of revamp from the old living with the Webbs, because there's no more living with the Webbs. And she needs to try to do more things with her children, do more positive things with her children. Video camera you helping your children with their homework, or do some cook with me's, or things like that. The thing that really got me when I first started watching her channel was they seemed very, very family orientated. As the money started coming in, as the subscribers started growing, she lost focus. And you can't lose focus, because when you lose focus in one area of your life, a lot of times it takes on a domino effect and affects all areas of your life. So the one thing that I would probably say to Liv's Life is this: move on from it, learn from it, and grow. Take the time to do what it is that you need to do. And I have to say this, and if in fact you're lying, and this is another potential plot to get subscribers, another potential plot to make this a reality TV show, stop playing with the lives of people, because there are really people out there that care for you. All I can say is this, you guys: only God knows the truth. And as she continues to do plots and she continues to put these videos out, I'm going to continue to do the reactions. Now, this one is pretty much like all of my other reactions. I don't bash her. A lot of times I say, that she needs to get her children in check, and she needs to do this and she needs to do that. One thing I want to say is this: in order for Liv to heal, she's going to have to get her mother out of that house also, because her mother is a distraction. Yes, she helps her with the kids, but sometimes healing needs to take place with just women and their children. I'm speaking on that because I know about it. Thank you so much for tuning into Carol's Daily Sauce. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell. Also remember, sharing is caring. And go ahead and put the comments in. Come for me if you want to. Do whatever you deem necessary, because you guys always manage to do it. But the one thing I will not tolerate is disrespect. God bless you, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye-bye.